Today we're taking a look at the EZVIZ RE4 Plus, which is not only a great performing vacuum cleaner that comes with a bin to empty itself, but it also comes at a great price. So let's take a look at what this thing can do. So full disclosure before we get started though, the video is sponsored by EZVIZ, and they've sent me the RE4 Plus for free to showcase to you guys. I'm always happy when EZVIZ reach out to me, as I've reviewed quite a few of their products before, like the cameras and the doorbell, and I still use them to this day. And it's always great when you get a smart home company that makes multiple items and makes them well, as you get everything in one easy to use app, instead of having to use a different app for lots of different products. Now thankfully, the EZVIZ RE4 Plus hasn't disappointed, so this is another one that I can keep using in my smart home ecosystem. The RE4 Plus comes well packaged, and inside the box we first get the mop attachment, the manuals and documents, we've then got the robot vacuum itself, a spare filter, a spare rotating brush along with a cleaning brush, we've then got the power station, which is also a dustbin that empties the RE4 Plus so you don't have to, and it also comes with a spare bag. So onto the vacuum itself, and as you'd expect, it looks like every other robot vacuum cleaner out there, as this seems to be the best design overall, but it does have a few nice little features that make your life much simpler. Now one thing I really like is the extra brush on the rotating brush. It points upwards towards the vacuum cleaner to stop it getting gunked up like many others do, and it doesn't mean that you're never going to have to clean this part, but it certainly means you'll have to do it less often. Now the main center brush has these large rubber fins as well as a brush, and they do a really good job at getting stuff off the floor, especially on the harder surfaces. And we've then got the contact plate on the front that lets it know when it's bumping into things, but thankfully we've also got the LiDAR scanner on top, which means it can map out your home and actually know where it's going, rather than just knocking into everything and trying to figure it out. Now we've got nice chunky wheels with a decent amount of suspension travel, and this really helps if your home's got things like rugs on top of carpets and other small bumps that the vacuum may have to maneuver. Now another great feature of the RE4 Plus is its 2-in-1 dustbin and reservoir, and this is the first time I've seen this on a robot vacuum. Both are joined together to save on space, and this allows it to have a 350ml dust box capacity along with a 300-litre water tank, and it means you don't have to remove the dust box to enter mopping mode. The dust box capacity is also not too relevant, as we've got the power station that's automatically going to empty the dust from the RE4 Plus, and this has a 4-litre capacity, and it uses a vacuum to get the dust out of the robot, which makes it very efficient. Now another great feature is the transparent channel underneath the power station, so if you do ever have any blockages, then you can just look and see what it is, but in my few weeks of using it I haven't had any blockages yet. So now onto the cleaning, and setting up the RE4 Plus couldn't be any easier. You just plug in the power station, remove all of the plastic and foam protection from the robot, and then place it onto the power. You can download the EZVIZ app from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, and you just go through a few on-screen instructions to get your robot connected to your network and working within the smart home ecosystem. Now on the first clean, it's going to automatically map out your home and separate it out into rooms. And to be fair, by default it's done a great job, but you can go in and customize the rooms and split them up as you want, as well as setting your custom room names. Now you can set no-go areas as well as invisible walls. You can also set mop and dry zones, and it's also able to store multiple maps, so you can have one map for downstairs and one map for upstairs. Now when it comes to cleaning, it does a great job. As you can see, with each room it's going to do the perimeter first, and then it's going to go forwards and backwards in lines in the center of that space to clean the room. Now as you can see here, where I've left a big pile of oats, sticky sugar puffs, larger chunks of bread along with some herbs and spices, it does a pretty decent job along the first pass and then clears it all up in the second pass. Within the app, you can choose if you want to do a single pass or a double pass when cleaning, and you can also leave it to the EZVIZ intelligent algorithm to decide. When it comes to suction, we've got 4000 PA of suction, and it's customizable between 4 different levels. At the bottom level, it's quiet at 65 decibels, but of course the noise gets louder as we increase the suction, so we'll just take a look at the different stages now. But as you can see, overall it does a great job at cleaning, and thanks to its slim profile, it even goes under cabinets that are a lot more hassle for me to get under and clean. With its 4930 mAh battery, it's able to cover 300 meters squared on a single charge, but of course, if it ever runs out of battery mid-clean, it's just going to go back to the station and charge and then finish the cleaning cycle. Now the charging time is about 5 hours from 0 to 100%, and it will run for around 3 hours in standard mode and 4 hours on quiet mode. And when it's finished cleaning, it heads back to the power base and empties everything from the dust box, and as you can hear, it is quite loud when it's doing this, but it only lasts for about 15 seconds and it does a really good job at emptying the vacuum.
Start auto collecting dust.
Now of course, it can also do mopping, and it does a good job at keeping the floor clean. I've used the mopping function a few times and it's worked as expected, but for me, I just don't tend to bother, as robot vacuums just don't have enough weight, so if there's anything that needs a scrub, then it's not going to be able to clean it. But for those of you that like to just keep your floors wiped down all the time, you just fill up the reservoir, attach the mop, and you're good to go. The app works well and there's plenty of customizations. I'm a fan of the EZVIZ app, and as I've said, I use it for things like my doorbell and my cameras, and to be honest, the app is pretty much the same as other robot vacuums when it comes to its looks and features. When we go into the robot section, it shows us the current status, whether it's charging or cleaning, and we also get the battery percentage. On the main screen, it shows us the robot's current location along with the path it's cleaned, and this does highlight the nice straight line approach for cleaning in the big open spaces. Now we've got the set section where you can choose suction power, water volume, and whether you want to clean once or twice. We've also got a custom section where we can set this by each different room. Now we can select room cleaning, a full clean, or a specific area clean. And then we've also got plenty more options in the settings where we can do things like setting up a cleaning schedule and looking at the cleaning logs. Now we've also got a section which shows us the maintenance, and it's going to give you estimates on life of consumables as well as estimations of when you should be cleaning certain parts. And then there's plenty of more settings to customize, like language and speaker volume. And we've also got a remote control function here if you want to manually control the robot with your phone. Now another useful feature is the ability to share with family and friends, so if you had someone looking after your house, they could control it as well. But personally, I just keep it to its normal cleaning schedule while I'm away. As well as the app, it can also link to Google Home or Alexa, which is useful if you don't want to get your phone out and just set the robot to clean with your voice. One of the best things about the EZVIZ RE4 Plus though is the price, and it's currently online for just $299.99, which is a good price considering its cleaning ability and features. They've also got the very premium RS2, which comes with an incredible feature set, but also at a very premium cost. But I think they've done a good job at reducing the cost of the RE4 Plus, while still keeping a very capable cleaning machine. Now of course, I've placed the links down in the description below, so you can go ahead and check it out. And if there's anything I've missed or you've got any questions at all, then just leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech.